Hi there. This is Dr. Pan recording from Tucson, Arizona. Wherever you are out there, hope this video is going to help you and give you some clues and shortcuts on how to find the trig values of special angles. The special angles are, of course, 30, 45, and 60. So there's a couple things you need to know. Let's draw them out in the blocks. The first thing you need to know is how to recognize if you're given a sine angle. Okay. I'm going to put the word sine here. I'm going to explain in a little minute why I'm going to do that. Let's pretend you're stuck in this little corner here where the angle is. Okay, so if you are looking outside, there's your eyes. It's pretty eyelashes. So whatever you're looking at, the sine, a neon sign here, is the sine. So sine theta is equal to what they call the opposite over hypotenuse. But that's just too mathematical and kind of boring. So think of sine theta as saying the sine. Okay. And this side I would call adjacent because you literally may be sitting on it. Okay, so then cosine of theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now you notice if we have hypotenuse equal to 1, not 0, then everything becomes very clear. Or very easy to do because we like to divide by 1. That's where the unit circle comes in. Unit circle says, I'm going to give you a circle with radius 1. So whenever you draw an angle, let's draw 45 first because it's the easiest one to see. Now 45 over here, hypotenuse, because it's a unit circle, unit as in unit of 1, a unit circle. And then if I'm stucking you back over here in this triangle again, you'll see 45 here is whatever the y value over 1. So sine of 45 is equal to y over 1, whatever that y is. Because remember, sine is sine. Okay. And then cosine of 45 is going to be, as you guessed it, x value over 1. Over 1 because hypotenuse is 1. Okay, so we're going to actually use this one, and let's go back to talk about the big picture of special angles. Now I'm going to draw to my best ability a circle. Well, it's not too bad. Could be a lot worse. So here's the circle. Let's start with a 30 degrees here. 30 degrees has this really nice property in that longest leg, which is the hypotenuse, is twice of the shortest leg. So if longest length is L, the shortest one is half of that. Using Pythagorean theorem, you'll see this is radical 3 over 2 times L. So if this is 1, and then my x is longer, it's radical 3 over 2. If you punch on your calculator, it's 1.732 divided by 2. So it's a little over half. And then here is going to be my y value, which is half. A little off scale here. Off scale. So here's the half. Okay, so from here, it's pretty easy to figure out. Sine of 30 is the y value, which is half. Cosine of 30, which is the x value, which is radical 3 over 2. Okay. Let's draw another big circle here. And then take a look at it, what happens. Oh boy, this one is not a circle at all. It looks like an ellipse. Let's flip it around. Let's take a look at 60 degrees this time. Okay. Now, I'm going to flip it around in that if this is 30, then this is 1, then it's become half. Now notice this time it's on the x-axis now, right? And radical 3 over 2 goes over there. So sine of 60 then becomes radical 3 over 2. And cosine of 60 now this time becomes a half. That's how we figure out 60 degrees. And then one more special angle to go. That's our favorite 45 degrees. It's smack in the middle because the first quadrant here I have a 90 degrees. So radical, this is a 1. And 45 has a special relationship in that the two legs are exactly the same. Using Pythagorean theorem, if you solve that, If this is 1, this is x, then x is equal to radical 2 over 2. Okay, just write it out. You have x squared plus x squared equal to 1, and then x equal to radical 2 over 2. That's one nice thing about 45 degrees. The sine angle and cosine angle is exactly the same. 45 degrees, they're both equal to radical 2 over 2. All right, that's how we deal with trig values of special angles. Send your request for a similar topic to my math channel, and I'll try to make a video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and if you find it helpful, I would appreciate it if you like it. Until next time, have a confident day.